I definitely want to be an actor at some point.
Like having someone to talk to, I think, who's in the same world as you is super important.
What do you guys do actually behind the scenes for the content?
You're just looking at me in like a seductive way. It's kind of creeping me out.
College is not worth it in this day and age. How you guys view dating, being like this content creator, obviously two good-looking people, and how do you guys take that?
Yeah, Nick, you can answer it.
Let me just choose my words carefully, man.
Yeah, it's recorded. Yoga pants at the gym, distraction or motivation? Pat and Nick, welcome.
What's up, Harsh?
Thanks for having us.
This is awesome. I and both of these two gym bros go to the same gym, so I'm really excited to have a talk because this is like my first time inviting someone in person. Like, I didn't have to send you an email, a DM, like, and like wait for a response. Like, so I'm really glad you guys actually approached me and like we were able to do this awesome conversation. So thanks for coming. I love your guys' chemistry. I don't know if you are similar in person, just like in your videos, or different in person. That's what I wonder all the time.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's a mixture of both. There's definitely times where we get heated, but I would say a majority of the time it's like it's kind of back and forth and just kind of similar to the videos. I feel like
I was literally bench pressing the other day, and I was like overhearing some of the stuff your guys were doing, and like I hear Pat saying to Nick like, "You're so full of shit" or something. I'm like, oh, the chemistry you guys have while doing that stuff is awesome. Like I just just makes the environment so funny, and like I just like what you do. So
thank you. Yeah.
Why content? Are you just guys just taking full advantage of this online world? Because you guys could be great stand-up comedians, or you guys could be great actors. So yeah. What's with the content?
I think content is definitely like the first step. Like I think not my main goal, but I definitely want to be an actor at some point. And as just content, I feel like it's just like the easiest way to kind of build a brand and like a platform for myself. So to make being an actor like easier than just being like just some random guy that wants to be an actor and audition. You know what I mean? I can actually like I'd actually have a following, people who like are interested in me, and I think it's just like a stepping stone. But I want to be like famous. So like content, just being like a celebrity and stuff, like that's all intriguing to me.
Yeah, definitely. What about you, Nick?
Yeah, I'd say I'm definitely in the same boat. I think acting is something that like I found that I really like to do. And just being a celebrity and really just positively impacting people through kind of what I'm doing on a daily basis. Like you said, you commented on our chemistry, and I think that people kind of need to see that, So if we can kind of show off the way that we operate, I think that a lot of people can benefit from that, and I just really enjoy doing it.
Yeah. What do you guys do actually behind the scenes for the content? Well, I always like kind of wonder, because me being like a different content creator, my main content is not comedy. My main is like more educational. Like I try to create these schedules of like, okay, for this 1 hour, I'll try to like write scripts for my reels or short form videos. And then for this next 4 hours, I'll like try to edit for the week or whatever. But like, what's your guys's routine in terms of content when you are trying to hit the gym, I guess, like 5 days a week, and then kind of doing the content? Because editing takes a long time. Like, I don't think anyone realizes how much editing takes like time. It's so much of your time, but I can learn from you too. Yeah.
So I mean, for me, it's really just getting a routine down. Like I kind of do this, and I think Pat does the same. It's like we kind of do the same thing every day. So once you kind of know what you're doing, in the sense of like, all right, I'm going to write scripts at 9 to 11, then I hit the gym at 11:30. I come back. If we film there, we edit, we eat, and then we kind of just restart that cycle. So I mean, I think really for me, it's just getting a good routine down to where I'm in the right space to write scripts, and I'm in the right space to edit. Because like you said, editing can definitely suck. So if you're not really prepared for it, then it's gonna be even tougher. So yeah, I think just really for me, it's a routine.
Everyone has like a creative time of their day. Yeah. Like everyone's different. So it's like for me, I think my creativity time is like 9 to 11 or like 9 to 12, somewhere in there, like even earlier. But I wake up at 9, so I wouldn't know. But like I try to write. I don't try to like force it though. Like I think creativity is all like kind of like spur of the moment stuff. Like I'll be like getting food or at the grocery store. I'll think of an idea, write it down. I have like a notes page in my phone. I'll write it down in my notes. I'll just the idea, not like try to force it. If I have a full skit, like I've been at like a club before, and I'm just like chilling at like 1 a.m. and I'm like, oh my god, I just like wrote a script, but like it's not like complete. It's like a rough draft. You know what I mean? And then but I try not to force it. So like I try to like have all these ideas ready, and like in the morning I'll wake up, open my laptop, look at the ideas I have, like what can I write a script to today, or like what am I feeling? If I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. But if I am. It's just, and I try to like keep like a backlog of all these scripts, so I can always like, even if I think a script's trash one day, like 2 weeks from that, 2 weeks go by, and then I'm like, I go back to it, I'm like, oh, this is good. I just have to like change this. So like I don't know. It's like I try not to force it, just trying to like let it come out of me.
Yeah, I would like to point out two things here. I think first thing is like when you guys said about just having that creative mindset or having that creative period, I think that's really important because everyone has that different times when they are really creative. Like for me, it's like 5 a.m. in the morning, 6 a.m. And I work the best in terms of writing a script or like doing something creative that requires a lot of analysis, critical thinking, and creative thinking. And I think the second point is like, I think this is the main point. When I think of work and like passion, it doesn't need to have like motivation. Like you can just, like you said, Pat, like you were at the club at 1 a.m. and just started writing a script. It doesn't matter where you are. Like location doesn't matter when you have a true passion for something. It's not motivation driven. Like you don't have to force yourself to do it. I think that's a powerful advice for people because if they can find something that they could do even 1 a.m. in the morning at a club, then they're really passionate about it.
Yeah. And I think like, you know, like we do comedy skits, but that's not for everyone. You know what I mean? It's like, that's just like what I love making them. I love making comedy skits. Like you said, you don't do comedy, but like you have your own form of content. So like, you know, like whatever, like I think everyone can do content. Everyone can build a personal brand. It's just, you know, like they got to find like what they enjoy doing and like kind of like what side of themselves, what side of their personality do they enjoy showing off, and like trying to like find a way of that to like put it into content. Because like I love being weird. I love like making like, I just love being weird. Like love being goofy and like just high energy. So like that, and like so skits work perfectly for me. But you know what I mean? Someone else might not like be like that. But like there's still like just infinite amounts of like different types of content you can make.
So what I'm trying to learn is like your personal brand should be reflective of your personality. Like, is that right?
Yeah.
In your guys' case,
that's the most sustainable way, because I mean, if you make it off like, if I'm like a really introverted kid and I make it like seem like I'm really extroverted, then like, you know, like if I actually do make it at some point, I'm just gonna get sick of it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna hate it. I'm gonna hate my life. Everyone thinks I'm an extrovert, but I'm really an introvert. So I think the most sustainable way, not the easiest, but like the best way is to make it true to yourself. Try to put a piece of yourself into content.
I was just asking, what do you guys? So you guys both have your personal brands, and so how do you guys work together in building each other's personal brand? What are your roles in each other's success in personal branding?
I think honestly, it's just it's like having someone to talk to. I think who's in the same world as you is super important. You know, we both have our goals set really high. So I mean, you know, just if something pops up for me that I need help with, you know, Pat's there, and likewise, you know, for him and I mean, I feel like, you know, being you is going to be the most sustainable thing, and I think that, you know, we're both really pursuing that. So it's like, you know, if there's any kind of problems or doubts, or hey, I need help with this script, does this video idea work, is this relatable, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. You know, it works just having someone by your side to really kind of lean on and you know, just go to for help or advice. So I mean, I think that's kind of our at least superpower that we got going for us.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think the accountability aspect too is perfect, because like we both are on the same path. We both have the same goals. So
I know it's tough when you don't like Wi-Fi. I've realized that your phone and your Wi-Fi are two of the most important things. you know,
At this day and age, phone and the Wi-Fi is probably the most important.
it's just not worth it. I just got a new one too because I had
Yeah.
a 12, and like now that filming is basically my life, I'm like I'd rather pay a little bit more each month for like the better phone. Like I have a 15 now, so it's like I'd rather that one than and with better quality than be worried about it's blurry or whatever stuff like that. So
Yeah. Would you ever think about getting a camera for your content?
I actually have one.
Oh,
which
you
is
do?
crazy. It's sitting right here, and it's been collecting dust for I don't know, bro, a couple months.
What kind
Uh,
is it?
It's a Sony ZV-1. It was like
Oh, that's what I
really
was
cool.
looking at on YouTube. Like this one YouTube video popped up. This is the best camera for content creation. Let me click. So I click and watch the video. I'm like, looks like all right for $500, I think.
I would recommend it if you're gonna
Yeah.
if that's what you want. Like what I'm saying. Like even if you used it as your webcam, because I don't know
Uh-huh.
if you have I don't know if you have a Mac or a PC, but I'm pretty sure I haven't done it yet because I have a Mac. But to PCs you can connect it as your webcam.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I have a Mac, so with iPhone you can now, you probably might know this. It just auto connects. Your phone can act as a webcam
Yeah.
if you have a Mac, but you might have to go through extra steps for camera. But I mean, if I could take my phone off of that and not use it, that would be awesome. But the finances are tight right now.
Hey, you got. Listen, I feel that, man. I feel that. Right now is not the time. I mean, when you quit your job for content, like
Yeah.
it's not the time to be spending lavishly. But yeah, so I can relate, man.
My back or what?
Yeah, you're back. Hopefully, there's no naked people in the background. I don't know what kind of background that is, but looks pretty cool. But I thought you guys lived together, honestly. Like in the same house, not in the same room.
Yeah. Back to our parents' house for the time being. But Arizona was nice. We had a nice apartment, or pretty just like a dude apartment, a classic dude apartment, I'd say. We
Yeah.
had out there.
It was a good time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was really nice out there. I loved it. I loved it for sure. When you move across the country and you don't know anyone but one kid, you're forced to kind of meet people really. So that did a lot.
Yeah, a lot of partying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, we grinded though.
Yeah.
Pat went from 0 to, I think we left there. I think he went from 0 to 200K, I believe. I could be exaggerating though, because I know we hit 100K there for sure on YouTube, and then maybe by the time we left, which was like May, June, maybe he had like 150, almost 200K. So party and grind. That's party grind work. That's really all we did.
I mean, it honestly, everything works different for different people. Like, I know some athletes who are so unhealthy, but then that they can get away with performance, like good performance. And there's
100%.
some athletes who need to put in work to even perform better.
Yeah.
That's how I think about content and life. For me, my journey, like if I don't grind, like discipline wise, like 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. sleep cycle every day, like be disciplined, nothing's gonna go for me. That's what I have seen in my life. But
Mhm.
there are other people who like they party, they're just naturally smart and they don't need a lot to like do stuff. So I've
Yeah.
seen that.
Yeah, I think finding your own kind of stuff is super important. When I was in college, I was definitely like that. Like I would obviously have fun, but I was definitely like very, very structured. But
Yeah.
now I feel like once like my energy runs out for that day, like that creative energy for the day, the work energy for the day, like I need some time to recharge for sure. And like that just gets me going, gets me ready for the next day. So I mean, everyone's different though. You're right.
Pat, you back.
How's this? You guys hear me or no?
Oh, this audio is crisp.
Yeah, that was crisp audio, I will say.
Oh. I just pulled out my other MacBook. I have like 6.
So Pat, what are we talking about? The personal branding of each other's account.
You asked me, how doing it together, I think, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like what? Yeah.
Yeah, so before I was rudely interrupted by my connection, I was saying how I think like Nick, I forget what Nick said, but he said everything I was gonna say, but the accountability aspect of doing being on the same path as someone else, you know, on the same journey, like going to the same place, like we have the same goals. So like the accountability aspect of like, you know, we're both making videos, like, and neither of us is gonna quit, because if either of us quit, then like, you know, like, we're gonna hear shit from the other person. You know what I mean? So it's like we, you know, like we, in a way, we both keep each other going. It's like a little bit of like a friendly competition as well, like who can get the biggest, who can get like the most views, stuff like that. It's like extra motivation as well as like accountability, ability to stay on your goals, stay on track, and like, you know, like Nick's doing all these videos. I'm not just gonna like be a bum and not do anything. You know what I mean? It keeps us going.
So who likes editing more and who likes scripting more, or both are good at both?
I mean, if I hate editing, like I think I'm good at it, but I hate it. You know, like if I could just not do that, my life would be 10% better. But I like writing scripts though, for sure.
I'm in the same boat. I hate editing.
Yeah.
But, you just got to do it. You just got to do it until either you can pay someone else to do it,
Yeah.
or trust someone else to do it. So until then, we'll see.
Editing just takes all life out of me. Like, it's fun. I wouldn't even say it's fun after like 4 hours have passed and I'm like sitting in the same chair. So it's fun in the moment, but like those 4 hours, it's just time consuming. Like, I wish I could delegate it, but like it's not. I'm sure you have read some of the business books and how delegation and all that really benefits personal brands, but it's just not possible for people who are just starting out or who don't have enough following and revenue that's coming from platforms.
The time for editing, you saying?
Yeah, the time for editing.
That's why I think short form, especially for someone getting started, is the best, because like when I used to like be grinding long form YouTube videos, they're like, you know, like a couple minutes, even like 10 minutes. But like those take me like 6-8 hours to edit, whereas like a short, like one of the skits takes me like hour and a half, around there. So it's like maybe even less sometimes. But yeah, it's just way more time efficient to do the short form content, I think, when you first start.
So when you make your videos, Nick is in your videos, and so how do you guys like separate your guys' work? Like, who helps out each other? Like, do you guys help each other out in editing, or the ideas? Like, if Pat, you have an idea, does it go on your account, or do you guys combine ideas too?
So we basically just kind of write our own skits. We have our own ideas. We write our own skits, and then like we're just like, I'm doing this today, and then like we like if I have a skit written, I show it to we're doing this today. Show it to him. He reads it. It looks good, and then we do it. Like we don't collaborate on like the on the videos really until we actually film.
Okay. And editing, you're definitely on your own. You're on your own till the finished product. So we send each other the finished product before it gets posted, and then whoever, you know, if there's any like recommendations or changes that need to be made, we'll make them. But editing definitely is on our own for sure.
Yeah, we send each other the videos before we post it, so we, you know, just in case like the editing's off or something like that.
And do you guys have? I mean, when I look at your guys' content, I've been looking at it for what, 2 months now, 2-3 months. It's like progressively getting better. And how I can tell is like there's another character coming in, and you guys have different clothes, but you're the same person. But like there's another character coming in, or there's like more cuts in the videos that increases the retention. Yeah. So how do you analyze your videos and then make them better? Do you have a certain process of doing it, or it's just pure creativity in terms of like writing the scripts? Like every time when you guys write scripts, it gets 1% better just because you're repeating them so often.
Yeah, so I think definitely like script writing is you just get better as you write, but also like with like you know, if you post a video and it does really good, like at least in what I do is if I post a video it does really good, then I'll analyze it, see what's up, look at the analytics, like look at like what I did in the video, what was said, kind of like how many different scenes there were, how many different like backgrounds there were. You know, every platform is different as well. Like I've had videos get like millions of views on YouTube, and then on TikTok they get like 2,000. You know what I mean? So it's like every platform is different. So if one video blows up on TikTok, but not like I'm trying to figure out. I'm still trying to figure out what works on every platform. Like you really don't know. Like, you really don't. It's just so hard. It's like there's almost like no common factor. There is, but there isn't at the same time. So it's like it's just hard. So I'm always just trying to like study and like try to find out what works best on every platform.
Yeah, that's a fact though. That's a fact. I really just try to approach the script writing too, like just without any expectation. It's hard to do because like when you put so much work into something, you're like, all right, this is good. I finally did it, and then you post that video and it gets 1,000 views. So like you just can't like base your like you can't just base your worth or the quality of your work on results too. You know,
Yeah.
because like you said, there is a common factor, but there's just not. So it's like just kind of not having an expectation, kind of just doing your best work and then moving on to the next one is really just kind of how I try to approach it.
You guys are extremely philosophical for being gym bros in a tank top. So
Yeah,
gotta give it to you.
I like that.
I wouldn't expect that. That's why I'm glad I'm talking to like different types of people.
Yeah, no, we're not those same gym bros in this podcast. No way.
Yeah.
We could be, but nah.
Yeah.
Turn it off. Turn that side of us off.
Yeah, there's multiple sides. We're
Yeah.
not just the angry the kids who scream in the gym.
I like to see that. That's awesome. And yeah, so I mean, moving on to like just how are you guys just yourself everywhere? Like, for me, my personality, that's why I don't record myself that much in the gym because I'm just like, I'm not like I used to do that, and I'm still do sometimes, but I don't do it like someone like you guys. Like, how are you just guys yourself? Like, what's your backstory that really name me an experience in your life that has really allowed you to like be yourself, or some of the experiences in your life that just you guys have just said like, okay, I'm just gonna be myself from now. Like, this is really important.
I mean, I don't really know like an experience, but I grew up like I was probably like one of the most shy, quiet kids you've ever met. Like I didn't talk. Like when I was really young, I just didn't like. I was like I think it was social anxiety, but like I just didn't talk. Like I was like scared of like social situations. I didn't like. I just was really shy. Like was afraid to come out of my shell and be myself in front of people I didn't really know. You know what I mean? And then, but like I hated that. I hated that like aspect of me. So I kind of like, and especially in like end of high school, college, I really like made it a point to like, like kind of make myself extroverted and like talk to people and like, spark conversations with strangers and like just get used to talking to people and like, I went into sales. That really got me into talking to people and just like communicating. It got me more out of my shell. And then I think with the gym thing too, like you said, like you used to make videos in the gym, but it's not for you. Like it wasn't. It was when we first started making skits in the gym wasn't like for me either. Like it wasn't for me, but like it's just the most uncomfortable thing on the planet. Like trying to do a skit. Like most people do skits in their home. Like we're doing a skit like in front of like just in the public, like for everyone to look at, laugh at, and like it definitely is very uncomfortable. But like it, I just like this is what I want to do. I'm gonna keep doing it, kept doing it, and like now I just like don't even think about like anyone looking at me or anything, or like it's just I don't even think about that. It's just like I have a skit, I'm doing the skit, I'm gonna be crazy in it, but like who cares? It doesn't matter. Like everyone's used to it, especially at Crunch. Everyone's used to it by now. No one even looks. So, like it doesn't matter.
What about you, Nick? Any experiences, moments in your life that you just said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna be myself"?
I would definitely say like Pat grew up the opposite way, like you said, introverted. I've always been an extrovert, for sure. Like I've always been, especially here, like in PA. I've always kind of been out there, like just jumping around, talking, being loud, being crazy. It's not until I moved to Arizona though that I realized that I was not like that around people I didn't know. So that was really like kind of I guess humbling in a way, and like I don't know, I think just really moving to Arizona for me was when I realized that like just because I don't know someone doesn't mean I can't be myself. Maybe I won't give them the full 100% right up front, but kind of ease them into it and just really I think just trying to be myself quicker around new people. And that was I discovered that in Arizona. So it took for me moving across the country to finally realize it, I would say.
Yeah, I think social anxiety part for Pat really like kind of opened up my eyes about in your childhood. If you hate something about yourself, it's not really bad because when you hate it, that's how you're gonna change.
Yeah.
And like Nick, when you go to a situation in a social situation where you know that okay, like I hate myself because I'm not extroverted in this scenario, like you'll end up changing the next time you move. And so when I just think about a lot about how fat acceptance is really appreciated right now, and people don't hate themselves enough to change, and I think that's gone too far. And so I think think this is also good advice for people, like how you have to hate yourself so much that you will be willing to change.
I don't even think it's like, yeah, like I said, I hate part of myself, but it's like I had a vision of myself and like the future of the
Right.
life I wanted to live, and it just was like the person I was just not going to get me there. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
had to like, change myself and like do like
Yeah.
you know, the hard stuff and like make myself into what I want to be. You know what I mean? Like just because like, you know, you're not your past, you're your present. But like just because like you're a certain way growing up, I think a lot of people just think, oh well, I'm quiet, like I don't like to talk in front of people, blah blah blah. But like you really don't, like it's scary, but like you really don't know. You could love it after you do it, you know, a couple of times. Like you really love it, you really become passionate about it. So I just think a lot of people, you know, like if they have a dream or like a goal, like just like I forgot to touch on Arizona too, but like Arizona, like when we moved there, it really it like we didn't know anyone there. We just moved there by ourselves, don't know anyone. The close person we know is like 3,000 miles away, and you know it really shows you that like no one, like everyone's opinion of you doesn't matter, because like everyone, like, you know, you go to like post a TikTok video, a lot of people I feel like think of like their high school friends, college friends, like, oh, they're gonna judge me, I don't want to do this. But like you really realize that like they, not that they mean nothing, but like their opinion doesn't matter, because like they're across the country right now, like they don't like, and like I'm meeting new people and like making new experiences, like what does their perspective matter on my life? So like you really like realize it's like it's just your life. If you want to do something, do it. Like it like really does not matter what other people think.
Yeah, I 1000% agree. I really do. You hold on to the people from high school's opinions for way longer than you realize. Like, I looked in the mirror one day, I was like, I'm 24 years old in Arizona, still giving a shit about what the girl I liked in high school cared, like, thinks about me. And I was like, what the hell am I doing with my life?
Poor kid, poor kid.
Poor kid. No, you're right though. Poor kid. What an awful way to live like that. And like, I really think it's, Pat, you said it right, bro. Like having that vision of yourself, right? Having purpose of who you want to be. And I know personally, like after college, I lived a long time, not having like a real defined purpose, not having a real defined vision of myself. And I mean, like, you know, it's just something you really got to look at. You really got to like self-analyze and, like anytime you feel like shit, it's because you probably have no direction in life. Anytime you feel like the opposite of how you feel, how you want to feel, yeah, you got to just really kind of self-analyze what you're doing and who you are.
Yeah, definitely. I read a lot about, I've learned a lot about dopamine in terms of like undergrad and stuff, and also my personal readings. It's that your dopamine system is so core to your life because it always functions when you're moving towards something. And when it doesn't function well, that means you're not moving towards something. And I think there has to be a growing vision at every point in your life, whatever it is, so that you can be the best version of yourself.
Yeah. And like success breeds dopamine. You know, you get a dopamine hit when when you're like successful, or like you achieve something you wanted to achieve. So and it keeps you going like that. You get addicted to success because you keep getting dopamine hits as you know, climb up the ladder and like keep achieving goals you had.
Yeah. It's also interesting how the neurochemistry works in terms of doing or achieving things, getting dopamine from success and getting dopamine from drugs. And for getting dopamine from success is much better because it kind of helps you learn that success will bring me dopamine. And drugs really don't do that. Like there's no learning. But that's there might be a deep conversation about this. But like I'm glad we're having this conversation.
Yeah.
So do you guys like coming back? Like did you guys like moving back? Hometowns, right? Cities?
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly just another part of the story, really, for me. I think that you know, I think personally, being in the city is a lot of fun. You learn more about yourself every single day, and like you're just kind of away from, you know, your childhood place. So there's a lot of growth there. But likewise, coming back from a city, you're a different person than when you left. So it's like it's kind of just hand in hand. But I think really it's just another part in the journey of getting to where I want to be, getting to where he wants to be. So it's like, you know, just kind of take the punches and roll with them.
Yeah, we learned so much going to, like I said, just moving across the country where we know no one, kind of like almost like starting a new life, because like, you know, like new jobs, new people, new environment, new everything. So it's like that was just like a great learning experience for their like I think we learned like a lot in the 12 months we were there, a year we were there, and like it just kind of we learned our lessons. We were starting to take off on social media, um, move back, save money, and then you know hopefully I definitely want. I loved Arizona. Scottsdale's nice, but like I definitely want to like that's one of my things I want to do too is like travel. So like I would love to live somewhere else as well. You know what I mean? Just move somewhere like I have like family in California and like, you know, I don't know, just I like being in new places. I think creativity wise too, like being in a new environment really
Yeah,
helps that. It really sparks like a new like perspective. You think differently in different environments. So it's nice to like move every once in a while.
that's possible. That's extremely possible in today's world of creativity and social media.
Yeah.
And I mean, like you said, you were in the grocery store and just an idea popped up. And I think people watching helps a lot for you guys, probably. Because there are different kinds of people in this world. I started working in at GCMCZR, and I was in the waiting room for my training. And the people watching that I have to do every day, it just kind of like gives me like one or two content ideas right there. And so people watching and just going to different places kind of really sparks creativity.
Yeah.
Definitely. So what did you guys learn staying away from home 1 year? Key learnings, moments about life?
Like I said, just that like no one's opinion really matters. Like and like there's a lot of good people out there too. Like we'd be in LA Fitness. It was in Phoenix, and we that's when we first started like making these gym skits and stuff. And like we got like a lot of like support. There's definitely some people who were like, who are these guys? But you know, we got a lot of support. A lot of people were like, oh, that's awesome. Like, yeah, I hope you guys, you know, like achieve your goals and stuff like that. And it was really cool just to see like people you don't know that you know like everyone respects. They see what we're doing, they respect it. You know, like that we're trying to like do something for ourselves and like really put ourselves out there and like you know follow a dream, follow a goal, so follow a vision. So but yeah, just like no one's opinion matters, but also like just a lot of support out there that you don't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, same kind of stuff. It's like just being free from the way like your old patterns of thought, you know, from back home really is what it is. And like you have no idea what that could lead to. It could lead to either a better version of yourself or a worse, but you better, you know, you better be ready for it. So it's like just I think just freeing yourself from the way that you used to think for me.
Yeah. Awesome. I lived in State College for a year when you guys were in Arizona. And then I came back here. And I'll be doing the same, and then I'll be moving back. So I'm glad there's some overlap between our journeys because I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I also was really socially anxious when I was growing up. I struggled with a lot of things in this place. And so coming back here is not one of the most pleasant scenarios for me. But I'm glad that I had guts to like go up to people in the gym or like tell them,
Yeah.
this is you do this nice, or I enjoy your content, or like I wouldn't be able to do that if I didn't start like content creating, and moving out really helped for a year. It really like opened up like a new environment that I could build, and so I think that helps out a lot. It certainly did help me out a lot in terms of that.
I think content definitely helps you. Just doing content in general helps you get out of your comfort zone because like I started doing like TikTok trends and like just like probably like they're like pretty cringe probably, but deleted now so you can't even find them.
I got them.
Like,
Don't worry.
I started doing those and like eventually I got more comfortable, and then that kind of led me into doing like skits in front of people. Whereas like I don't think I would have just started doing skits in public without like, you know, months of like doing TikTok trends and like grinding videos and like kind of getting used to like posting videos, being myself on the camera, and then it kind of led to that. Whereas like, you know, like like I didn't really enjoy trends. I knew it wasn't for me, but like it led me to skits, led me to my passion. So like I wouldn't have even known that was my passion unless I did that. So like you kind of just like that's what I want to say is like anyone who wants to like start content, like just start posting what you think you could post or what you want to post, and then as you get more comfortable, you'll realize like you subconsciously just trying to kind of gravitate towards the type of content you want to make.
It's a good advice. I'm trying to play with self-improvement content, health content, and science content, but it's so competitive. I'm sure you know, like so many people in this kind of domain. But when I looked at your YouTube videos, I'm like, okay, this will be an educational video. I got jacked in 30 days. I click on the video. It's fucking nothing educational. But I'm glad I watched it because we don't want everyone to say the same thing, same boring, mundane thing. We don't want everyone to do that. And I'm so glad that I could have someone around my consumption that produces content like this.
Yeah.
It just kind of inspires me to be comedic or humorous in certain type pieces of content.
Mm-hmm.
And so I love watching those types of videos too on YouTube. So
yeah, I think everyone is their own unique self, right? Like no one's the same. So like if you just insert yourself into your content, you're automatically going to differentiate yourself. I feel like, you know what I mean? If you just kind of put your own personality into the content, because no one is you, you know? So like you find kind of what's unique about you, put that into your content, and like bang, you're different than other people. You know, you might be in the same niche, but you're different in your own way.
And then the competition becomes with yourself, which I think is huge. I think Kevin Hart said that. I mean, a lot of people have said it over history, but like I feel like Kevin Hart said in a podcast about how the only person he's competing with is himself. And I mean, I feel like, you know, comparison is a thief of joy. You know, if Pat has a crazy month and I have a down month, and I'm upset about my down month, and you know, I'm not fully enjoying his up month, and like
that, I'm always like rubbing it in your face and stuff.
Good humbler though, right? You know, some might say that's ego, but like, you know, if you have a down month and you're with someone who's having an up month, you better be supporting their up month, because that means you can learn from their up month and you can learn from your down month at the same time. So it's like at the same time, you know, we're competing against each other, but the true competition is with yourself, you know, because that's, you know, who are you at the end of the day? And, so, I mean, yeah, I just feel like there really is no bad situation if you're learning. So, I mean, that's definitely something to take away.
The only thing I got to say about that is if I'm having a down month, everyone's having a down month. So no one's happy. You know what I'm saying?
He's dead serious.
When I have a good month, I'm the only one with a good month.
That's funny. That's funny how all your dynamics work. And it's just so funny to see on camera. And in person, actually, not on camera, in person. So I'm glad there's like a positive chemistry between you guys, because you guys work a lot together. So I mean, I think this kind of competitiveness and chemistry is really important. Because this world, there are a lot of, I'm not gonna say there are a lot of like bad people in this world in terms of like betrayal, but there are people out there who just, in terms of social media, they don't care about their audience or anything. They just care about like making money, and they just care about themselves. And I think that could be an issue, because now everyone wants to create content.
Yeah.
Like there's so many people who want to create content. And I'm glad there's like a mix of content out there.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you can't be consuming the same stuff, because just like being in a new environment like inspires creativity. Watching other people, learning from other people definitely can inspire stuff too. You get new ideas, new styles of video, whatever the case may be.
How are you guys dealing with fame at the gym?
It's not like nothing crazy.
It's not nothing crazy.
A couple people come up, but like it's nothing nothing crazy.
Yeah. It was interesting. I started my gym membership in about, I think, July or August. And then I was just working out in that blue turf. And you guys were like kind of filming on the blue turf just away from, like a few feet away from me. And so I knew like you were doing something content related, because like I was creating content.
Yeah.
And it's so funny how Instagram works. Like your search page just automatically like gives you content around like it's location dependent. Like it just gives you content. TikTok didn't give me that, but Instagram did. I'm like, oh, I recognize these people. It's so funny how I just saw you like one day, the next day they kind of pushed this content for me. So I don't know how it works for other people, but that's incredible. Like how the technology is, and at the rate which is going forward, just crazy how it kind of pushes for people around you.
Yeah, I think that's crazy. Like, that just shows like how the algorithms work too, because Instagram's definitely more location based. Because like I think majority of people that come up to us or see us on Instagram Reels, and even though that's
Yeah.
that's my biggest platform, YouTube and TikTok, but my smallest platform is Instagram, but I still get the most people coming up. So it's just like this is how it works, I guess.
How do you guys maintain your true self in when you're surrounded by fitness influencers online? Like, do you guys see yourself as fitness influencers, or how do you compare them? Do you compare yourself to them?
I mean, personally, I'm just being me. Really,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be the best version of myself. Really. So I mean, I can't really even comment past that. Really.
Yeah.
So I'm just being me. I'd say.
I definitely
It's
see.
equal, definitely.
I was just say I definitely yeah, I watch content, like I watch TikTok stuff comes on my For You page and stuff like that. So I definitely like see what other people are doing. I like seeing what other people who make gym comedy skits are doing, because it's just
Yeah.
kind of like you see like a different perspective. Ooh, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're filming this way, they're filming that way. But I don't like I'm not like it's not I don't view it as like a competition. I'm just trying to I'm trying to make my own content better. So like looking at other people's content and kind of what they do kind of helps me like, oh, I can do that. I didn't even think about that. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of just obviously stealing ideas all the time. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the time. Every video he's ever done. All
Just another
200
day.
of them.
Stealing ideas.
Copied. It's all copied and scripted.
Yeah.
Probably Chat GPT.
ChatGPT writes all my scripts. Yeah.
Chat-
yeah.
That is amazing. Actually, one of my Instagram reels I used a script from Chat GPT. Obviously, it didn't do shit, but I did a few tweaks here and there. But it's not really bad for researching.
I've experimented with that for for comedy wise at least. Like it's like the most basic comedy ever. You know what I mean? It's not like AI is not that advanced, I guess, for like sarcasm or like just like more in depth comedy.
It wouldn't tell you that you guys could take bubble baths together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got to be original. That's gotta,
yeah. So it can't be that far.
That's part creepy, part funny too. I don't know if ChatGPT has the creepy part down.
Nah, it's just too. I don't think it can. If it can't say any curse words, probably then it would not have any intelligence to produce that type of creativity.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's. I use ChatGPT for like scheduling and stuff. It just helps me out. I don't know if I have ADHD, but I don't know. After college, I can't focus that well sometimes, but it's only times when like I don't want to do anything. Like I don't want to do the things that I want to do. And so I think ChatGPT helps me out in terms of scheduling my content and stuff. Writing YouTube tags and descriptions. I think I use that for that. But scripting is just, it's my creativity. Creativity is like just when I'm writing my YouTube scripts, it's just like me doing the work because it comes from research articles and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like that's something that you would even want to do yourself too, because I think long term it'll pay off really well. You know, like I feel like one of the best shows ever. Obviously, I think we always talk about it is SpongeBob, right? So it's like just to create that thing on your own, right? Like that probably took years of thinking about, or like whatever the case may be, to produce it and stuff like that. So I feel like just kind of wiring your brain to think of creative stuff on its own is definitely a better move.
Yeah. Do you guys listen to any science podcasts?
Science?
Huberman Labs podcast. Have you guys heard of it?
I follow him on Instagram.
Okay.
I don't actually listen to the podcast though.
I know who that is. Yeah, I don't watch the podcast though.
He's just a neuroscientist. He has a couple of podcasts about creativity. I haven't listened to those, but I'm wondering if creativity is again like learned. Are there circuits in your brain that like helps you become better at creativity as you start producing creative stuff in the world? Just my thought, but I haven't listened to those yet.
That's an interesting perspective. I just always thought like everyone was creative, but it's like how much do they allow themselves to be creative? You know, because you can have like creative thought, but like you think it's like, but like something tells you that like you either shouldn't like bring it into the world or like say it, or you know what I mean. So it's like you kind of like, I think some people just limit their own creativity because like they try to think too logically and like straightforward, or like they don't really look. Oh, what else is out there? Like what else? This is how it is, but like how else could it be? You know?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I
that's definitely
definitely
the
think
case.
I try to look at it like a muscle that needs to be developed. Because like for a long time, I thought so literally, like tried to think so literally, so logically, and like I just feel like the better, the more you do something, the better you're gonna get at it. So like whatever it is, you just kind of have to shift your brain to that creative side and like allow it, like you said, Pat. Like you can't just shut down ideas. You kind of have to fully let them develop and like just build confidence that way through it.
That's the thing too. Like some people are just naturally like there's two sides of your brain, right? Like logical and like an artistic, creative side. So I think some people are just geared towards one side or the other, and like but like it doesn't mean the other side's not there, but it just means they use the other side more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
What's your guys' background? Like, did you guys go to college or did you guys just finish high school?
Yeah, you went to college.
What did you guys do? What are your backgrounds?
I was I majored in sports marketing, just like business. Like did not like I was a good student in high school, and then like once college hit, I definitely got distracted and like kind of just like stopped being a good student and like didn't care about like schoolwork and stuff like that. And like I mean, I graduated sports marketing, and my job right out of college was sports marketing. But after that, I was like, screw this. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you don't
just
like it.
yeah, it's almost like not that college is a scam, but like $60,000 a year, and
I
I'm not
have
even
my
using
own
it.
thoughts
It's tough.
about
It's tough.
college. Yeah.
Tough. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but just
Yeah.
saying, it's scam. It's not scam. It's
Yeah.
it's shitty and it's weird. But yeah, Nick, how about what's your background?
So I went to Keystone College right down the road.
Oh, okay.
Here, I majored in business. Like I was an awful student in high school, but I pulled it together in college. I also played baseball there,
Oh,
so
nice.
that was kind of like a huge thing that kind of made me care about school a lot more. But yeah, I mean, for me, like I kind of went to college just to play baseball. Like I'm not gonna lie, that's the only thing I really cared about. Um, so it's like, yeah, if you go, if it just kind of depends. Like the social aspect of college is so important, I think. But the price tag that it comes at is definitely I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
I was just gonna say, like, I picked University of Scranton over some other schools, and I definitely regret it because I did not have any social life. The classes were really hard. I used to study all time, all day, just to keep up, like get A's in chemistry, biology, then upper level biology classes. I had almost all A's except for like this one freaking dumb English class. I had like a B plus. But
Yeah.
like the courses there were compared to other places are so different. And if I picked an easier college or like an easier college in terms of like finances, I would probably prioritize my social life more, and that's what I regret right now, not having a good social life in college.
Mhm.
I have
Yeah, I
my
went to-
whole rant about how college is not worth it in this day and age.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I went to St. Joe's, and they're like it's like a sister school of
Oh,
University of Scranton. But I know like the business kids and like the science kids had completely different lives. Like I never had homework, and like
yeah,
all the science kids I knew just had homework like nonstop, always working, always studying, and I'm just like
crazy.
I'm just like laying down, taking a nap, and, they're
Yeah,
like studying. So it's definitely different.
yeah. Sorry, go
No, I
ahead.
was gonna say it's just I was done, but I was gonna say it's definitely two different lives just on based on your major.
Yeah, it's like when I graduated during college, it was all good. Like I was studying. Oh, this is cool. Okay, learning about the brain. Oh, dopamine. Oh, I've tried to pay like a paper about dopamine. I graduate college. I can't find a job.
Yeah.
Like they give you all this information, like there's no jobs. Like what am I supposed to do with all this? I have to pay 25,000 in loans
Yeah.
for my undergrad, and I don't know how to pay because like there's literally no jobs.
Mhm.
And it's literally so competitive to get hospitals and get a job in hospitals because those positions require you to complete like a 2-year program at like let's say Fortis Institute or like Keystone College or Lackawanna College. Like they have different programs for particular positions that you can hold at hospitals. And so it's like, do you go to college if you're passionate about science and health, or do you do like these 2-year degrees or like these 9-month programs that will get you in the hospitals?
Yeah. I just think, especially with like the internet these days and like being able to go online, like I'm sure you can learn a lot or a vast majority of what you learned on like YouTube or like, you know, just surfing the internet. So it's
Yeah.
and that's free. It's just like all it's like just the certification, like all like that like paper, like you really just going to college for that piece of paper to say, yeah, I went through this, and then you're good. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just
Yeah.
that's not really all you go for, and then but like you really could learn that information on the internet for free.
Yeah, definitely.
Just more options now too. I feel like like pursuing content earlier is something that a lot of kids do. Like there's so many. I'm sure there's so many 18-year-old millionaires just off content. So I think that like the next generation of kids know, like they're gonna know, like they're gonna see right through that. You know, whereas we were kind of programmed to go to college, they're kind of becoming more programmed to pursue their own thing. I feel like earlier. So
I wonder how that works with like parents, you know.
yeah, right.
If I only was a content creator, I would face so much backlash from my family because as being South Asian, we are meant to have high paying jobs and not high paying content, not high paying content. You know what I mean? Like we're meant to be engineers, lawyers, doctors, and like professionals because we're programmed to do that. But I mean, I like my pathway, but it's like I always like learned about business on the side and content on the side. I'm glad I have a second option. Like if I really put in the work, like I have that choice.
And you said it
Exactly.
was your passion too. You know, you said it was your passion. So I mean, if that's what you want to do, keep
Yeah.
grinding. No one tells you no. You know.
Yeah. How do your parents see your work? Are they cool with it?
Definitely. Like I just feel like most parents are not gonna like it's like the internet, social media, being the creator is so new. Like
Yeah.
and you know, generally speaking, that it's you know they don't really understand it. They don't understand like what do you mean you get paid for views? You know what I mean? Like they don't really understand what you're really doing. I think like 10 years from now it'll be different, but right now definitely like I think most parents are like, what are you talking about? You're gonna quit your, you know, safe, secure, high paying job to talk to your phone? Like what are you doing? But
Yeah.
they don't really see the potential and like you know like everything that social media can bring you, being a creator, and like that's what I just think you know definitely do like if you want to pursue content, like just you know, and your parents don't agree with it, you know, like I didn't quit my job until like I was like I showed my mom like, look, I just made like this much money last month. Like I'm pursuing this full time. Like you know, I think once you're able to like show them like the concrete evidence of yeah, like I'm onto something, then like they're gonna be accepting it more. If they you know if you're not making any money and then you want to quit your job, I mean I understand like they're like what, but I just think you know grind on the side, and but my parents were fine with it. Once I showed them how like the money I was making.
I think trust is a big thing too. Like you gotta like we're gonna see it so much differently than them. You know, like we kind of see all the kids our age who are already just doing really really well. So it's like, you know, they're not really on that side of social media. So it's like, you know, just kind of building that trust with them, and you know, you got to really if you're gonna do something and like this, you got to make sure you do it. And then obviously, I think once your parents see how hard you're working, and they'll begin to trust your idea and trust your vision. So just really just explaining to them, I feel like it's a huge thing too. And then over time, they'll accept it.
I think that's a solid advice because some kids might just turn off and just ignore their parents and say you won't get it. Like it's not your cup of tea. And I'm glad this advice is really strong because relationships between kids and parents these days are really tough. It's not like really positive as I'm looking at out in the world, and like even in my personal lives, like people who are younger and they're not having these positive relationships with their parents. So I think that's really
Yeah,
critical.
I think at the end of the day too, it's your life. You know, like if anything, you should just use if your parents are really against it, just use it as extra motivation to like prove them wrong and like show them that you can do it, and that like you know just use it as extra fire to make you be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is your I like this question. How is your dating life been after having a little bit of fame from social media? Or how you guys view dating being like this content creator, obviously two good looking people, and how do you guys take that?
Um, Yeah, no, you can answer it.
So let me just choose my words carefully, man.
Yeah,
No,
it's
no.
recorded.
No, in all honesty, though, I really think that it would. I'm personally not like actively pursuing, a girlfriend right now. I think that for me, it's like I'm in a time in my life where, I really got to grind to become the person I want to be and be in a position where I want to be in life. So if I were to start dating someone very seriously, I think that it would really have to be that right person. She'd have to kind of fit into our schedule of like, Pat's got to get his video done. I got to get my video done. I got to edit. I got to watch his video over 55 times and then still spend time with my family. So it's like to fit someone into that puzzle. I think, I'm not really looking for it
Yeah.
currently, but I mean, you never know what's going to happen either tomorrow or in a year from now, 5 years from now. So, yeah.
Yeah, basically, what he's saying is once that girl comes that finally doesn't reject him, then he'll be pursuing.
I keep seeing all these shots on Instagram, man. Hey, I'm famous. They keep leaving me alone. I don't know what it
Same.
Yeah.
So
I'm the same way though. Like it's just like I'm not trying to focus on like that would just be unless it's someone who's also grinding content. I just don't think it makes sense.
Yeah.
It would just be a distraction. I'm not trying to watch movies on the weekend. I'm trying to be creative, think of skits, film, do it like just do everything on the side and like not like have to go on a date to an hour away to like for you know what I'm saying. Like that's just like at least right now that's just a waste of time in my opinion. I'm trying to focus really on me, build my empire basically, and then if it happens, it happens. But
yeah, would you guys prefer like a girl from your following, like a fan, or someone who doesn't know about your fame? That's something to think about, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Because that changes a lot. Because let's say if it was like a fan, like she came because you had status, like virtual status. That would change a little bit.
Yeah, I guess dating wise, it'd be like because they're just like being a snake, right? Like there. But yeah, I mean, majority. I don't think like majority of at least my audience is male, so like I think I have to worry about.
Yeah.
But it's about like 99.9% male, so I don't think I have to.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's just most
you never know.
But I mean, I just think at the end of the day, if they're supportive of it, as long as they're supportive of it, then it could work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just like attracting someone that like I don't know. I've seen so many podcast clips about like becoming the person you want to be first, and then like kind of attracting a person who can meet that standard you have for yourself, or like kind of operate in the same frequency as you. So I feel like I don't really even think about who it would be. It's just like I just firmly believe that if I keep becoming the person who I want to become, then someone will eventually kind of
hopefully
into my life.
Yeah.
Praying to God every night.
Yeah. For me, it's like I didn't make a list. I'm actually dating right now, but I didn't like the idea of, huh?
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's not. I didn't mean to say it was a waste of time. Did not mean to say that.
Yeah.
No, but
I mean, I didn't make a list. Like people say, I mean, I've heard like making a list, like this is what you want from someone, but I feel like you're gonna attract who you are.
Yeah,
that's what I believe into.
I totally agree.
At this point in your life, too, I like how you have to just be like really open and like just tell them like, hey, I'm trying to do this, do that. Like like I hope like you're trying to do your own thing too, and like we support each other. But like if they're just trying to take your time up and cuddle, then it's just not. But like as long as you guys are both on the same page, perfect.
Yeah, I like to set back. Like I recommended a book, Essentialism, that really taught me like creating boundaries. Like I read a few months ago, I think, but that really said like, okay, I need to get this thing done. I don't have time for stupid shit right now. Like this week is gonna be busy. Like we might not see each other.
Yeah,
like, it's like me being fine with that, along with the other person being fine with that. That could really work. So
yeah, you have to have balance in that regard.
Yeah.
For sure. Do you read a lot? I'm sorry to change the subject, but it sounds like you read a lot.
No, I don't read a lot. My reading speed is trash, so I don't read a lot. But I like to read It's like self-improvement, psychology
Yeah, I love
type
psychology.
books.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
I do like to read. Right now I'm reading a relationship book just because I like that topic and like why not? Because it's me being young, I think like I have gotten like my career right now because I wasn't gonna say this on recorded, but like I told you before the podcast like where I'm going to school. I've got my career right, just not finances because obviously like if I go through Garrick school, I have my finances right, and then I want to get I want to understand relationships more, because my whole journey has been different. Like I've been raised by a single parent, and like there's a lot of like struggles in that in terms of like learning about relationships. So my whole goal right now is learning about relationships along with like finances. So
I like that.
that's how those kind of big those are the kind of books I pick, but I'm
Mhm.
not a fast reader. No.
Yeah,
I like to listen more than read.
audiobooks. I always zone out when I listen to audiobooks.
No, like podcast. I would say like I get more out of podcasts than listening to audiobooks.
I used to be huge in podcasts, like in college. I haven't really.
Yeah. 2020 was a great year for podcasts. So I was really into like Joe Rogan and
Yeah.
like 2020. I like to read though too. I try to just do a chapter a day, really. When I am reading, like right now I'm on a reading streak, but when I'm not, I feel you. Like sometimes I just get burnt out of reading because it's like whatever. But I mean, I feel like just I try to do a chapter every time I read.
Yeah. What are you guys reading right now? Are you guys reading anything right now?
I'm reading called Rejection Proof.
Say that again.
It's called Rejection Proof.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
self help. This guy goes on like a 100-day journey of getting rejected, and he learns like a lot about just like rejection, how people deal with it. Like how it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Ego is the Enemy right now that I'm reading
Oh,
by.
Ryan Holiday. He has a
Great,
book. I want to read his series too soon, but I'm a slow reader, so I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna have a lot of classes anyways in January, so reading is gonna be on the back burner.
Tough. Yeah, in college I did not read at all. And maybe in the summers I did, but during class, it's so hard. So I figure.
Pat, you cut out, Pat.
I was just say during class, like with classes, it's so hard. So I feel you.
Yeah. It's so hard to read in college. I think really when I had like a lot of free time in 2020, I read a couple books, but like any other year, it's just you just don't care about reading when you have to do so much work for class.
Yeah, definitely. It was just enough from science classes that I didn't have time. I think we can move on to rapid fire questions. Let's see how this goes. It's the first time I'm doing this.
Rapid fire?
Yeah, rapid fire questions for both of you. And let's see who comes up with the best answers.
Who's
It's
the
about
judge?
Jim. Who's the judge? Me. Yeah, I'm the judge.
Yeah.
Because you guys don't have the questions. If you guys had the questions, then it wouldn't be fun.
If I was a judge, I'd be biased.
Yeah.
Biased towards who? Me?
Well, I mean, if I was competing and I was a judge, I'd probably be biased.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, if you were participating, I'd choose you for sure.
You hate Pat so much, I know that. So Nick, would you go first?
Oh yeah, I'll go first.
Okay, so here are 10 rapid fire questions.
Okay.
I don't know. You can. We'll take your answer in like 5 seconds.
Okay, I got you.
The first one: if you could eat only one thing for the rest of your life, would it be chicken breast or protein shakes?
Chicken breast.
Squats or deadlifts?
Squats.
What's your go-to workout song that you are secretly embarrassed to admit you love?
Oh my god. I'm not embarrassed at all, but Deli by Ice Spice.
Okay. If you had to choose between never flexing again or never saying bro again, what would it be?
A good one.
1000%, bro. I'll never say bro again.
Okay. You got muscles, so why wouldn't you flex? Describe
Flexing
your gym
right now.
person. Huh? Flexing right now? Yeah.
With the shirt on.
I've been flexing my jaw every 5 seconds. You guys haven't picked up yet.
Yeah. Describe your gym personality in 3 words.
Goofy, dedicated, and
Well,
huge.
Yeah, you're pretty huge. At least compared when I stand beside you. But
Thanks, bro. Thank you.
if you could create a new exercise, what would it be called and how would you perform it?
It would be the upside down curls. I'd be hanging from the monkey bars, upside down curling, because I feel like that would be a great bit for a skit right there. And if I was like an ego lifter and like I was screaming upside down curling, yeah, I swear there's benefits.
Yeah, you got a content idea right there. What's the weirdest fitness trend you've ever tried?
The weirdest fitness trend. I would say thinking it was a good idea to do edits, because that's just not me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was locked in on doing edits for a bit, and I just it's not who I am.
Okay. This one I like this one. Yoga pants at the gym, distraction or motivation?
Motivation. Motivation all day. Especially when I'm wearing them.
I'll be staring at that. Burpees or treadmill sprints? Which one makes you question your life choices more?
Oh my god. Definitely burpees. Burpees suck. I used to do CrossFit and never again.
Never. Okay. If you had a cheat day with no consequences, what would be your dream meal?
So the total amount of calories would be 100,000, because I could eat them right now, but it would include Taco Bell, McDonald's, Chipotle, steak, sushi, and French fries.
Awesome. I would not have steak during my cheat meal because it'll make me full and I wouldn't be able to have all the fun stuff. So
fair enough.
But yeah, awesome. Awesome. All right, Pat, your turn.
My turn, baby.
First question. If you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life, would it be chicken breast or protein shakes?
Protein shakes from my gym, bro.
Okay.
From my gym, bro.
Yeah.
Can't give that up. Can't give that up.
99.9% male audience talking right there.
Yeah. Squats or deadlifts?
Neither.
Okay. So you don't work out your legs.
Yeah, nah, screw that.
What's your go-to song that you're secretly embarrassed to admit you love?
Hot and Cold, Katy Perry. Classic.
Yep. If you had to choose between never flexing again or never saying bro again, what would it be?
Probably I have to do it with Nick and say bro. Just because, like, yeah, I flex a lot, man. Can't give that up.
Describe your gym personality in 3 words.
Silly, serious, and
Trying to come up
fun.
with the S's.
And fun, yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, silly, and fun.
Okay. If you could create a new exercise, what would it be called and how would you perform it?
Well, I mean, I kind of like reverse hip thrust. So like, but like you need a spotter. You know what I'm saying? So basically, yeah, exactly.
That's a good one. What's the weirdest fitness trend you've ever tried?
CrossFit. Sucks. CrossFit sucks.
It's a soul killer.
So, just sucks.
Yoga pants at the gym, distraction or motivation?
Distraction or motivation? I'd honestly, with how much, just distraction. I'll keep it at that.
Burpees or treadmill sprints, which one makes you question your life choices more?
Burpees or treadmill sprints? Treadmill sprints. Anytime I'm on the treadmill, I'm questioning my life. Like, what am I doing?
Same. If you had a cheat day with no consequences, what would be your dream meal?
Ooh, dream meal. Honestly, I'm not like I'm lactose intolerant, so like, I don't have a big sweet tooth. I love pasta, man, and I eat that every night already. So it's like pasta, steak, chicken, ground beef. Like I have eat that every night, but like I'm fine. I don't even want anything else. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
fast food screws my stomach up. It messes with it. Like I don't- it just I just like real food.
So
I love
hard for you to
pasta.
stay on track then.
Yeah, no, it's insanely hard.
I crave pizza every day.
I do
So-
love pizza.
I think
Oh,
I have a mental condition that I crave pizza every day. I don't know what to diagnose myself with.
That's called being a real human, dude.
Yeah.
So Pat, you're
What
not
kind
a
of
real-
pizza? What's your favorite kind of pizza?
Man, there's no pizza in the world that's not my favorite.
You know what's like underrated though? Mushroom pizza.
Oh,
It's just gas. It's pretty good. But yeah, I guess that would my cheat meal would be pizza, even though that kind of bothers my stomach too. But like I put up with it because pizza's so good, you know.
have you guys
Word.
tried the pizza in the mall?
Oh, we actually almost did, but we didn't.
Yeah, we were talking to the guy the other day.
I tried the mushroom one like two days ago.
Oh, really? You
Would
like
you-
it?
Would you guys want to get it?
Yeah.
I'll get-
yeah.
Well,
I've
it's
never
about a
seen-
pizza, buddy.
I'll get it. I'll get it one day. We'll fix a time and then we'll have our pizza.
Yeah, I like
I'm
that.
there.
That'll be awesome.
I like that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Get
I
a
love-
lift in, get a pizza after.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Oh
down.
yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
down.
We'll do it one
I'm
day.
down.
Awesome. So the winner is no one
Damn.
because I gotta keep it leveled.
Yeah. That's all right, man. We all know it's me.
But the answers were great. What are your workout splits nowadays? Full body? You're still doing full body?
Yeah, we're on the same program. Jeff, you know who Jeff Nippert is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we do like I got really into him, and then I don't know. Do you know who Gregor Gallagher is?
Yeah.
So I used to do Kino Body like since 2020. I did it for like 3 years, and then that's like 3 days a week, like really minimalist training. But like it's really good for cutting, I think. But like for building muscle, I don't think like I want to try something else, something with more volume. So I went on to Jeff Nippert's program. I never done a full body program before, and I really like it. It's really good to like switch it up and just like train a different way. It like makes you excited to lift again too.
Awesome. I follow Jeff Nipper first because I think we have the same height and he has good science information.
Yeah,
That's
he's very
my fault.
science based. That's why I like
Yeah.
it. How can you go against someone who's science based? You know, like, I'd rather any day of the week I'm picking a program that's like based on science and you know mathematical equations and shit over like someone just going do some hip thrusts, do some
Yeah.
tricep extensions. You know what I mean? Like it's calculated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Nick? Are you same full body?
Yeah, same full body. I was push pull legs forever in college,
Mhm.
and and then after college too. Like Pat said, I hopped on Kino Body as well from Gregor Gallagher, which is really good. Like when I was working a job, it was perfect because it's like 3 days a week, super minimalist training. So I think it was like 4 to 5 exercises a lift. So I could be in and out of there in like 45 minutes an hour. But you know, since it's just content now, it's like I'm okay with being at the gym longer. So the Jeff Nifford program with full body is like it's just been great. Like I feel so much more like full on it, you know, like looks wise. So it's like yeah, I love it. Definitely full body is a move.
This is awesome because I might try Jeff Nifford. I've never bought one of his programs, but like now that I'm listening from you guys, I might do that. But
Definitely.
what's your? Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying definitely worth it. I think.
Definitely worth it.
I don't think you need the diet plan though. I mean, I already know how to eat. So
Yeah.
like, and like just the program's like $40, I think. So it's not even that bad.
What's the difference between the Kino Body one and the Jeff Nippers one? Like the Kino Body, like you said, you can do cutting wise, but can you build strength on that?
Yeah. I just think like I said, he makes programs for everything, Gregor Gallagher, but I just think his cutting program is better. Like whenever I cut like 3 days a week, it's like great, like because you don't like when you're cutting, like you feel like garbage, like you don't really have a lot of energy. So I think like the 3 days a week, like 4 or 5 exercises a day is perfect. He's all about like progressively overloading too, Gregor Gallagher, and like reverse pyramid training, which I like. I really like reverse training that style. But I just think like building muscle wise, I think his program just lacks a lot of volume, and he kind of just relies on like gaining strength to build muscle. Whereas like I think there's there's two types of muscles, so it's like that puffier muscle will come from more volume and more like carbs. So I want to hop on something that like kind of would build that, just make me look bigger as well. But yeah, I think both of them are good in their own way. It's just kind of like what you really want to, like what your goal is for your body.
Yeah. I personally love to eat, so it's like 4 days a week works a little bit better right now because like it just kind of keeps you from putting on too much weight too quick if you like to eat. So that's why it works for me too.
Yeah. So four full body workouts. That's your current routine.
When you buy the program, you can pick 4 days or 6 days. But, I think 4 is like the magic number. I think that's the best.
Yeah. I'm kind of getting back into cutting because I just progressively and slowly gained like 10 pounds over the 8 months. And I wasn't really tracking anything because I had a lot of stuff going on in that period, like grad school wise and everything, like job wise. And so, but now I want to like cut. Like I've lost a lot of weight, but like I haven't been like muscular at all because I did it through like intermittent fasting and only cardio. Yeah. And so what my whole goal has been for the last 3 years is just build muscle, but also like kind of cut so that I could really feel my belly going away, like completely going away. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Did you like intermittent fasting?
I don't like it for building muscle.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I could gain a lot of weight if I have to. Like I could gain like 5 pounds in a week, no problem.
Yeah.
Because my parents are obese, and so like it all comes down to like genetics, environmental factors.
Mm-hmm.
But my whole like life has been like a constant struggle to like keep weight off, and so I have to be careful of not just letting myself go.
Yeah.
Because I have these cravings. Like I said, I have this mental condition where I crave. I don't know if I'm a normal person or not, but like I do literally have cravings for a slice of pizza every single day. That's crazy.
Every single day.
Yeah.
I mean, one slice pizza a day though is not going to kill you. You know.
No, it's not.
You work in your macros and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have like I have 2 donuts almost every day for the last like year and a half.
Yeah.
But as long as it's in your calories and your macros, and I had all my things, like it doesn't matter.
Do you guys religiously count calories?
Yeah.
Every day?
Every day.
How do you incorporate alcohol into it? Like if you ever go out and like drink, like how do you incorporate that?
So in the winter when I'm bulking, it's way easier because like I kind of just like I don't care as much. I'm not as strict when I'm bulking, so it's like I try to eat like 3,200 calories a day. But like if I'm at like 2,500, I'll stop and I'll like go out and like if I have more, it's whatever. But when I'm cutting, it's you basically just try to get all my protein in and as little calories as possible, and then because like we don't just drink. We every time we drink we go way too hard. So it's like and then we always get that like late night 3 a.m. food. So it's like it's almost like guaranteed we're gonna go over. It's just kind of like minimizing the damage during the day.
Yeah, I literally just don't care in the winter. Like when it comes to that, like I always count, and I just never ever miss my protein. So it's like as long as I get to like anywhere from 2,300, because my maintenance right now is like 3,000, like 3,000, like 3,100. So it's like if I get to 2,300 or like 2,500 range with all my protein in, and it's the wintertime, I'm going crazy. Which like Pat said, we're pretty good at going crazy when it comes to that. So it's like you got to.
There you go. Sorry.
You just got to hit the protein. That's all I was saying.
Yeah. We don't drink. You know, we try to drink like once a month. We go through our periods of time where we drink like every weekend for like 8 weeks straight. No, I'm just kidding. But like I do enjoy going out. But like once in a while, like I feel like it's fine. So I like to have fun and like kind of when you're this disciplined, constantly counting calories and like working towards like content and counting calories, being so disciplined the whole week all the time. It's nice to just kind of like let go of that and like go.
You're cutting out, Pat.
The whole time or what?
You stopped at like when you're this disciplined with content.
Yeah, when you're disciplined with content, it's nice to like kind of let that go for like a night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you can't. I think I would say this to you before when Pat left. Harsh. Like, it's like when there's got to be some time to where you kind of just like be a normal human, you know? Because when you go hard all week, you just can't. Like, it's not sustainable. 365 days a year, 24/7. It's just not, you know.
No.
So it's like there's got to be some sort of trade off, some sort of reward system in place.
Definitely. That's what I do when I have when I have a big dinner coming up in the evening. I usually get about 100 grams of protein in the mornings, and then obviously I could get like probably 30, 40, or 50 grams of protein during dinner. Yeah, that's a solid advice. Solid. How do you guys see differences in like seltzers and like mixed drinks, or do you guys prefer drinking seltzers over mixed drinks when you guys go out? Because I had a drink yesterday at a wedding. I had a whiskey with Diet Pepsi, and so I always want. I have to still make a YouTube video about this. It's gonna be science-based video, but it's just like, is seltzer better than mixed drinks? What are your thoughts?
I just think I try to stay. I think like tequila has like the if you're looking towards like diet wise, tequila has the least amount of calories. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
so you know, if you're trying to cut, like definitely like tequila water is disgusting, but you're gonna be rehydrating yourself, and you're gonna be like 60 calories a shot, so like you're fine. But like when I'm cutting, that's what I'll do. But I think we both just try to stick with beer, just because it's like it doesn't hit as hard, and like you won't get as messed up off it, and like it's kind of just easy. It's cheaper.
Definitely.
Like 100 calories a bottle about, you know, so it's not terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think beer is a safe, like the best option for like exactly like you said, like financially better option, and also like it's just super easy to count. Like how many beers I have? Okay, that's that many calories.
I think you forget how many beers you had.
Well, that can happen. That can happen. You know?
I mean, when you're bulking, like whatever, 5 beers, that's 500 calories. That's perfect. Perfect bulking. Perfect bulking number. 5 beers, 500 calories.
Yeah,
but I do like mixed drinks though. They're good.
Oh yeah,
they are good.
I'm a lightweight though, so like, if I drink too many of those, I'm off the deep end, man. I don't want that.
I can't believe
they want to be like alive the next day. You know.
Can't believe a person huge like you is lightweight, because I am a lightweight, and that's understandable. It's not fair.
I might be soft. You know what I'm saying? I think you could be tougher than me, and I'm just a big baby when it comes to that. So you never know.
No, I get literally drunk on one mixed drink sometimes. That's so stupid.
That's not a bad problem to have, though. Like you save money.
That is not.
You get the job done. Like it's not a bad problem to have.
Yeah, you good time.
That's true. That's really true. I've saved a lot of money not spending a lot on alcohol, because I know. I literally, like in this room, I have so many bottles of alcohol filled up that I never drink.
Really? So you don't drink that much?
Yeah, I mean, like I just carry them. Like I used to live away from here, and I had this little bar set up, and I have had the liquor that I have right now for the past 2 years. I don't really like use it. It's sitting there.
Decoration?
It's just sitting there. Like I use it very, very rarely.
People come over, you're like, yeah, drink, no biggie. You show them it.
Yeah, like it's gonna happen in a month. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
This was awesome. Any last minute messages to our people about authenticity, being yourself, before we end this recording?
Yeah, I mean, just be yourself. Like that's like I feel like that's the most like plain advice you can give. Just be yourself, and you know if you want to do content, just start. Just the first step's the hardest. You know, just start making it. Post that first video, and then you know use that momentum, keep going, and then like I said, like you'll eventually find out what you want to do, or you work yourself into you know something you never even thought was possible, and then you keep going, and you know just keep following your dream, and you know just don't. If you don't quit, you're not gonna fail. You know, so just keep going.
Yeah. Solid.
Yeah. I mean, I would definitely say have a personal goal and a professional goal, you know, and know the difference, because you want to get better as a human, like personally, and then you want to definitely achieve a lot of things in your career. So kind of set yourself up for a vision 10 years from now and just keep going.
Yeah, visualization is huge. Got to visualize.
100%.
Talk to affirmations out loud. Talk to yourself. Meditate. I love meditating every morning.
Love
Like morning night routines huge. Just like just make sure you're doing something every day to work towards your ultimate goal, and you'll get it.
Very, very spiritual and philosophical. I did not expect that, but
Really great. I think it'd be like,
it's all me.
Gym. I love the gym.
Yeah,
That's what he thought.
yeah, it's all me. Yeah,
You're only like that for like 4 hours a day.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I have to start meditating. I lost that habit, and it's not good.
Yeah. Even just 1 minute
Gotta
a day,
do it.
just to get that back in the habit. Just 30
Yeah.
seconds, just breathing exercise or something. I just think that's like your brain is the filter for the world. So like you got to make sure you got to take care of that first. It's like that should be first priority.
Yeah, definitely
100%. Yeah, I agree.
strong. I enjoyed this podcast so much. I learned a lot in this podcast, honestly, and I'm glad I know people in real life that I could bring on my podcast, and so I think this skill will really progress itself in the future. But I mean, I'm happy to have you guys again in the future whenever, because this is virtual, so it has no limits.
Yeah.
And so
Hell yeah, man! I had a fun time. Hour 15 minutes flew by. I didn't realize until.
Yeah.
well,
I really didn't look at the time. Like I really, the fact that it's 12:49 right now is crazy.
yeah.
So I don't even. It's a good time, man.
Thank you so much for coming on. I
Thanks for
really
having me.
appreciate you guys' time in your busy schedules, because you're very, very busy content creators. And so thank you.
Appreciate you,
Man,
man.
thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Brother. Anytime. We'll be
Thank
back.
you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, boys.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let's hope to catch you in another episode or a podcast. Thanks for tuning into today's episode. I had an extremely fun conversation with Pat and Nick. Both of them have their personal brands on Instagram and YouTube. They make amazing content. Their comedy skits are so fun, and I guarantee you will die on the floor laughing hard after every single video. And so they deserve all the follows and subscribers, because their content is just next level in today's age. Please follow them, please support them. Links in the description. And I hope you love this conversation about personal branding, being yourself, life around content creation, and much more. I hope you had so much fun in this episode like I did. I'll catch you in another episode. Thank you for watching.